Bubba Wallace, he's got 2 or 3, but he won't give me any more. I wrote him a letter, talked to his PR person. He's standing firm on his stance.
Well, how many has he given you so far?
Just 1.
Oh, well, that's pretty good. I mean, he doesn't even know you, so, I mean.
Well, if you put it that way, yeah.
I mean, a man to give up one of his firstborn child, I mean, it seems weird to me, but if he doesn't have any more kids. Maybe that's why he won't give you any.
It's biblical.
Yeah. Sure is. You're absolutely right. Let's do a show, see what's going on. You want to do a show?
Yeah.
Oh, baby boy, we got a show. We got a big wrap it up for you coming at you. Episode number 5. We're going to look at every paint scheme that they got coming down the pike for Phoenix.
Phoenix,
the preview race of where the championship will be.
Yes. And
that's all I got for it.
If I went, I would sit on Rattlesnake Hill and watch the race.
You would, wouldn't
since
you?
I'm the snake master.
All right, let's wrap it up and get to it. All right. So, of course, with me over here, Justin Harris, the Snake Master. You would hit up Rattlesnake Hill, you say, of course.
Yeah.
Do you think there's really any rattlesnakes on Rattlesnake Hill?
No.
No? Is there any rattlesnakes in Phoenix? Where is the track? How far away from Phoenix is the track? Do you know?
Avondale is. I don't think it's too far because sometimes you see on the like helicopter shots, you can see the skyline. Looks like it's a few miles out in the distance. But
okay, yeah.
Arizona is a mecca for rattlesnakes.
So the area, there could be rattlesnakes.
Could be, but there's all those people camping and shooting fireworks and guns and all kinds of stuff out there.
You're saying rattlesnakes will run from the people?
They will run for those people. They crazy.
Well, Bill France, originally to keep people from sneaking into the Daytona Beach race, went around and had them put up signs all over the beach that said, "Warning, rattlesnake area," so people would go buy a ticket and go into the area he wanted them to stand. So maybe there's a little play on Phoenix over there, too. Maybe they're using the old tricks. I don't know. Okay. Well, you never know. You never know. Yeah. Sometimes old tricks are the best ones. Let's take a look at the first car coming up for this week.
And this was the finishing order from Vegas.
From Vegas, yes. So the number 1 car from Vegas, Slick Willie Byron.
Wow.
He's coming out with the Valvoline. I got to tell you, this is hot, in my opinion. You see those stripes that go through the number and then cut? That's something very different, and it catches my eye.
Yes.
I like that.
It's even up on the
I like that.
On the whatever you call the bar between the windshield and the window.
Yeah.
That window bar.
A-pillar, yeah. Just noticed that, yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Well, if you kind of look back there, it's on C-pillar, too. Like, it wraps all the way around the top. Like, there's, like a graphic that would be there around the windows if Ricky Bobby was driving it. Hot car.
Yes.
Got the biggest of energies, I'm going to say. I mean, it's hot. It's hot. 100%. Big die-cast energy.
Big die-cast
that should be made into a die-cast. What do you think? Will he be in the playoffs now? Having a win puts him in automatically, so he'd be 3rd in the playoffs. He's going to be good. Hendrick was just strong, period.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. And the backup driver in their 4th car. It's to be expected. Listen, first time he's ever been in this generation of car ever in his life.
Yeah.
So they were dominant.
Totally different steering, gear shifting, everything. So, yeah.
You think Willie B got another shot to back it up again this week, Phoenix?
He's got a shot, but I don't foresee that happening. Even though he's in now, I picked him to win the championship. So,
well, you're on the right path for sure. Your boy came in 2nd.
Yeah.
He's
4
running
laps to go.
Yeah, he had it, right?
4 laps to go, and Almirola just kissed the wall a little bit, which it's happened 100 times before in NASCAR. I can't be mad about it. They've thrown cautions for stuff like that all the time. So.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't be as stinging for us, though, if every race of the season our drivers weren't going to win the race and caution screw them out of it at the end.
Right.
Other than the one time my driver did win. But still, you get the idea. I would appreciate the win to finish. He's going to drive HendrickCars.com again.
Yeah, he is. He loves it.
Here comes the money.
Big young money. as they call him, or Rick as all money, as I call him, biggest car dealer in the world. Keep doing your thing, Rick, baby. Five's going to get a win. He might have something at Phoenix. He does pretty good there. If Ryan Newman doesn't slam him in the wall or something, you know.
Ryan Newman likes to do that.
He did that to him pretty hard one time. Here's the third place in the other Hendricks car. Now, it's still Ally this week, but they're changing up the colors. It says Best Friends on the back. It's a thing for pets, for dogs, cats, animals. We're animal lovers, me and you both, right?
I'm an animal lover, but speaking of animals, like we said, a disclaimer, I like animals, but it was kind of hilarious that a cat got run over at Fontana. So we didn't have that in Las Vegas this week. No cats.
Did they ever determine definitely who hit the cat?
I think I saw a video. It was Ross Chastain.
Oh, really? Okay. Chastain got it. I thought I saw people saying at first there was a shot of Blaney's car, and they were saying it because it had red on the front. But it turns out that was another car, they think. And then last I'd heard, somebody said it was Keselowski had got it.
Well,
so, I don't know.
The shot I saw was quick. I mean, they're going, 170 in the turn, and I don't know. But it looked like it was Chastain, but I think Keselowski was behind him or something.
Yeah.
So.
Well, do you remember who hit a groundhog one time at Pocono, was it? It might have been Robbie Gordon. But, man, they had a great shot of it. The groundhog is there, and they slow it down, and the car is there, and the groundhog exists. Like, there is a frame of impact and a frame of the groundhog off the
levitating
thing, and then the groundhog just doesn't exist anymore. Like, he got out of Pennsylvania on that ride. I mean, it was hardcore. So, 48, again, still running strong, doing well. He's fifth in the points.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. No wins. So, three of those guys, that only means on points, he's only losing to Ross Chastain right now. So, 48 running strong.
Solid.
Bubba showing up with the top 4.
McDonald's.
I think Bubba thought he had something to show him because he got out and was talking to Christopher Bell and was mad at him. Like, hey, why'd you hold me up? I could have maybe made a run. I don't know if that's the case. And if I was Christopher Bell, I mean, top 5, I'd be racing my butt off too. I ain't letting anybody go.
Well, the 20 and 23 were battling a lot during the race.
Yeah.
But I didn't see anything for somebody to be mad about either way.
Well, they it looked like they left on friendlier terms.
Best friends.
Yeah, right. Yes. He's running McDonald's again. Different McDonald's this year. I will say, after the first time I saw it, it was shocking, and I was like, what? Seeing it now, though, I don't know. Maybe it's grown on me. It still seems strange. It seems like they just, want to put something here and here and here, and I got a block over here. They just, I don't know. It's just, but we're talking about it. It's getting attention, so obviously it did something right. And then there's the man he battled.
Mm-hmm.
Big Chris Bale. Driving that Ring car.
Yep.
Ugly as fire.
Yep. I liked last week when Harvick had it was mixed up on Harvick's.
Absolutely.
This is kind of just, it's just boring.
It is. It is. It's very boring. You know what I think it's like? I think he's just trying to rip off Ty Dillon.
He's trying to copy
the new Ferris. Ty Dillon coming in.
The funeral home guy.
Yeah, I was talking last week about how I obtained this shirt, and it showed up. So
there you go.
Spire Motorsports is real, folks. They'll own you. Hey, we've all had the Gain one for a year now, so you can't go wrong. I'm not knocking my purchase. I'm happy about it. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna rock this all year.
Wear it.
Ty Dillon. Ty Dillon. Ty Dillon. Yep. Ty Dillon.
I'd like to have that on a mobile thing, so when somebody's like, "Hey, you wearing a Ty Dillon shirt?" I can just hit them back with it.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm wearing Ty Dillon. The worst mistake anyone's ever made in a paint scheme is whatever happened at the quarter panel of this. It's one giant NASCAR spike. Why didn't you put, maybe Yahoo didn't pay for a bigger name, or why didn't you just write Ream bigger? Do we have to see the whole circle? We see it on the hood. We get the idea. Is it offensive if we don't see the whole red circle? Zoom in a little bit. That's ugly. It's bad planning. I hate it. Number 2. What do you think about your boy here? You think he's got anything for this short track action coming up? He did all right in that situation a little bit last year. He had a decent run.
I could see Phoenix being a little similar to some road course type braking.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Penske, the last couple of years have been really strong at shorter tracks. So we'll see if that continues. I expect it to. I expect all the Penske cars to run strong at Phoenix.
Yeah, I'd say that's a good guess.
I mean, Logano won the last time we were there, so
right. Yeah.
And Chase Briscoe win the first Phoenix last year?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Briscoe won, which is seems like forever ago. He had a couple good things starting. We'll get to him later here. I'm disappointed. Let's go one more here before we take a break. 19's back with Big Johnny's.
Here comes the money.
He's going to apparently they're going to run Bass Pro Club every week, I guess.
Yeah,
full time
until we all join the club.
Hey, I've talked more about the Bass Pro Club than I've ever seen the Bass Pro Club in my entire life in these 5 episodes. Johnny has spent his money well. Congratulations, Johnny.
It's Bristol, baby.
Congratulations.
Got it.
All right. Well, what do you want to do? You want to take a break, I guess? We'll take a break. We'll see what happens. Refinance the house. I don't know. We'll come back at you. Y'all hang with us.
White Blaze Outdoor provides educational hiking tours, fly fishing trips, and shuttles. We're located in Abingdon, Virginia near the Appalachian Trail. If you are only looking for an afternoon hike to see wild horses or a full multi-night trip, we have what you need and know where you want to be. We are currently booking adventures in southwestern Virginia and northeast Tennessee. For more information, visit whiteblazeoutdoors.com or call 276-356-7068.
And we're back.
Wrap it up.
Yes, we are.
Wrap it up.
Got a killer deal on my interest rate.
You going to refinance?
Mm-hmm.
It's a good idea.
Or refinance my water hose.
You know, I was thinking about getting a new water hose. I just can't afford it. Prices are too high. Condensed, rounded out, hollowed rubber is just breaking the bank. You ought to see my water hose bills. They're through the roof, baby. It's crazy.
It's just a bunch of cars going around in circles.
Right? That's what I think of when I think of the
Water hose.
And it just
makes sense.
But I don't know. Let's get back to the action. Let's see what's going on. Number 31 had him a good finish this week.
Wow.
Have you ever seen the 31 finish so well? He got a top 10. We just talked about last week or the week before that he's got to step it up, and we didn't think he was going to probably.
Not this at that track and this soon.
No, he did something though. He came out with it. They're going to run a leaf filter again, which he loves. Look at it. It's beautiful. It's got a leaf on it.
He don't need no water hose.
It's true. It's true. You know what I just realized for the first time is the front of the car, the hood. If you look at the bottom where it's kind of a splash right there, the white of the hood maybe is supposed to be water pushing the leaves. I never noticed that. You never see this car because it never gets a good finish.
It did this week.
It did this week. That's absolutely right. And now I'm seeing it. I'm noticing. See the investment? When you get a top 10, it pays the sponsors' bills. Big Harv got a Hunt Brothers Pizza. Now, listen, I've said this before because he ran this at the Clash, right? Is that right? Is that where we saw this?
I think it was a different Hunt Brothers.
Was it? I was thinking this was the same one. I don't know. It looks better than all the other old Hunt Brothers to me. Like, it looks weird. I don't love it or anything, but it looks better than their other cars. I just don't see a lot of Hunt Brother cars that I enjoy.
No.
I'd rather, if I'm going to see a car that's painted up about gas station pizza, I'd rather have more going on. Show me the environment I want to eat gas station pizza. Get like a meth person on there in the corner. The pizza's,
flames where something's caught on fire in the parking lot of the gas station.
A guy who's between you and the pizza who's just for 40 minutes like doing scratchers or something, something realistic.
Throwing dice.
Yeah. You hear people saying weird crap.
That's the corn dog man.
That's him over there. That's the corn dog man.
That's the corn dog man.
Get you a corn dog over there, right? Oh, 99, look at this car.
It's back.
Ooh, this is in the running. Wrap it up. Wrap it up again. I got the wrong button.
Beat energy.
The biggest of energies, the big diecast energy. It blows my mind. Diecast paint scheme, wrap, whatever you want to say, of the year right here possibly. I love the colors. I love the layout. The green reflective number.
I will say this.
Muy beautiful.
When I see
I don't know how to say beautiful.
Hermosa. Okay, linda. The car on track doesn't look as vibrant as this photo to me for some reason.
You might be right.
And that's maybe just natural lighting or whatever. But,
Maybe, yeah.
But yeah.
Maybe Phoenix got that bright Phoenix sun. Maybe it really
It's gonna
gets
look
a
better.
good look.
Maybe it looks better.
That's
than
what
this.
I'm saying. Maybe this is the week.
I hope Suarez wins.
Suarez,
I don't think he will, but I hope he does.
I look for him to honestly have a good run. I believe, all he came up doing was running short tracks. In Mexico, that's all they run.
Plus, he'll have a lot of Latino fans probably cheering him
Absolutely.
on. Maybe that gives him a little.
That's
maybe
very
that
large.
gives him some.
Beat energy.
Absolutely, that's got a lot of energy out there for sure. His the West Coast swing definitely has a lot more of the Latino population, I would imagine, in those places. So he's got to be happy to go out. Now, this is a terrible picture, but I hope it looks like this in the race anyway with no wheels on it and crap. This is the number 11 car of Denny Hamlin. We had to pull this from a video of them wrapping the car. This is the best we could pull out. This is for a drug Denny's got coming on. Everybody loves those drugs like we've been talking about. And this one's for, what is it called? Shingex? It's for shingles.
Shingles.
It's a shingles medicine. I looked it up. Shingrix. It's
is
like
it a vaccine or is it a pill?
I don't know. It was just like, you're less likely to shingle up if you get these shingles on your house.
You know Denny's getting old now.
Right.
He's
hey, listen.
taking shingles.
You do not have to be that old to get shingles. I know I've got this white hair.
My wife's had shingles
Did
twice.
She? Really? Yeah, that's right. I remember her having them once. I had them once when I was grad school in UT. I got so nervous wrecked that I was just freaked out and all the way around. Man, it hurt like crap.
Yeah, they do. They're pretty rough.
You know what's rough, though? Let me tell you about rough.
Not
having quality, dependable things that hold their value through the test of time that you can pass down to your family.
On your shelf.
On your shelf at your house.
Yeah.
Like this. 3, count it, 1 card, 1 holler, autographed. Another card on the backside. Look at this. Jimmy Spencer autographed items. We're giving them away every week till somebody wins them. How do they win them?
They will win by commenting in the video below with their predictions for the winner of Phoenix. If you win, you predict the winner right, and we will enter your name in a drawing, and you might get this in the mail.
That would be awesome. You will probably get it in the mail. You may not. We make no claims. We will try to mail it to you. We promise that. But beyond that, I have no control over what happens. Justin, do you have any control over what happens at the mail?
Only on the airplanes.
That makes sense. Snakes on a plane.
Snakes on a plane.
Makes sense. Oh, so
win it. Come on, somebody.
Do it. We've been trying to give this away since Daytona. Yeah. No one will guess the right winner. First show, somebody got the one on the Clash, but we got to let this Jimmy Spencer ride. He's Mr. Excitement. Get excited about it, folks. Come on. You got to win that. That's a big prize, baby. Here's the other car from the same stable as the 99, for all you in the not know. Running that Kubota tractor. I'll be honest with you, I just found out it's supposed to be Kubota tractors. I thought Kubota, do they also make, like, chainsaws? Because I thought that's what it was.
They do, like, side-by-sides and stuff like that.
I didn't know that. And I go four-wheeling, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, they said something about tractors on something I was watching. I think the idea is them and Mahindra are in a battle for tractor supremacy over here, back and forth. So
they should have a tractor race.
That makes a lot of sense, actually. 12th place finish for Ross. Ran decent, good, but nobody was beating Hendricks. I expect Ross to be in the picture again. Ross, every week, he's putting it out there, baby.
Yeah, he runs well at Phoenix.
Sexy car. I'm going to give him.
Big energy.
Got the big energy. Oh, yeah.
Dent Wizard.
Oh, the Dent
He's
Wizard.
a wizard.
He's going to be out there. There's another Penske car. It's going to be probably strong. I like this year's Dent Wizard. I like the colors. It's not overly complicated, but it has a little form to it. It has a little shape to it, mixing it up.
It's a little bit different than when we saw him. Didn't we see him win this in Talladega?
Yeah, definitely different than what he was running that day, for sure. Very different. That's
Beat energy.
big energy. I'm just going to hand it out.
It's free.
You can do it. I got all kinds. We'll load it up in the truck and bring it over.
Big diecast energy.
Absolutely. I love this car. The more I look at it, I like Blaney. Listen, what's the whole thing? Kyle Petty got all wadded up this week and says Ryan Blaney is like Casey Kane. Everybody talks about what he can do, but he never does anything. And I was like, that's some big words from Kyle Petty. How many races did Kyle Petty win? I happen to know, and it's less than this guy right here, so I don't know how much talking I'll be doing. And especially when you coming out of the shop of the what was the most successful race team in the history of the sport at the time, and your dad's the king. I expect a little more out of you, Kyle. I don't know. What's wrong with I don't know that Casey Kane did that terrible. I mean, both of these guys, there might have been more expected of them, maybe more wins a year. But still, I think they're having a pretty good – I think Casey Kane had a pretty good career.
Yeah.
I think he's having a – what, he's got 7 wins?
A couple years in the 9, Casey Kane was doing really good.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And last year, he was Mr. Consistency. He had the better consistent – I think I saw somewhere – it might have been Eric at Estep. Is that how you say his name?
Mm-hmm.
I think so. True good guy, I guess. I don't know him. But I like his news. Anyway, so maybe he was the one. I hope I'm giving credit to the right person. Doing stats comparisons and basically breaking down Casey Kane's career through the same amount of time as Ryan Blaney's. Mm-hmm. And Casey Kane had more wins. Ryan Blaney was much more consistent, but both best cup finish was about the same. I mean, their stats tracked real hard with each other. I'll give him that.
Yeah,
but I don't know. It's a weird way to throw shade at a dude.
Kyle Petty. Oh, leave it to Kyle.
Ooh.
The Cheddar's is back.
That's my boy.
He got all the cheese.
Listen, I'm going to be honest with you here. I'm going to talk smack on my boy's sponsor. I went to Cheddar's the day after he won, Fontana.
Mm-hmm.
They sent out a blast. It was like free chicken tender number 8 platter with any meal. And we went there and sat down. There was hardly anybody there. And no one ever waited on us. Never even got us drinks. Walked past us several times and brought some other people food and said one time we'll be right with you. But we waited 15, 20 minutes. And the place was dead and nobody. So we just left. Didn't know what to do. I was like, crap. So
wow.
I don't know. Yeah. Somebody's losing money over there, though. It was rough looking.
Wow.
So, yeah. Hopefully your Cheddar's is doing better than ours. 'Cause I was trying to support the boy, but he's making it hard on me. That's
It's Cody Ware in the 51. Look out on pit road.
Might as well have had Cody Ware just drive into Cheddar's because I got just as much food out of it.
Like the scheme.
I do too. Kyle
scrubbed the wall a couple times.
Yeah,
a little rough race at Vegas.
I suspect to see some wall scraping at Phoenix out of Kyle a little bit.
Yeah.
That happens to him a lot. The Beast. They changed this up a little bit. The first time they showed it, it had a big eye on the side of it. And this looks better, I think, and gets across what they have because it says the words Beast on it. Last time it had an eye and another thing, and it's like, okay, that's just more monster crap, you know? This time they're letting you know, hey, we put alcohol in it now. Please drink it. So
the font's weird for a NASCAR car.
That's
to
true.
me. It just, I don't know. But
I agree.
Hey, something different, I guess.
Yeah. I like it better, honestly, I think, than just the claw marks there for some reason. Maybe just because I'm so bored of it. I like the putting the little thing up here and then the big thing here.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Put some color on the car, people.
Yeah, why not? Do
something
do
else.
Something. I know
just
that's your
black.
colors, but mix it up.
Yeah.
A picture of a giraffe never hurt anybody.
No.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to have anything to do with anything.
All kids love giraffes.
Absolutely. You want kids to drink your alcohol energy?
Give them giraffes.
Get the giraffe on the car.
Yeah.
All right. That's a pretty good idea. Let's take a break, think of more, see what we can come up with, and maybe we'll have better ideas.
Yeah.
Why don't y'all watch this valuable information while we're gone?
White Blaze Outdoor provides educational hiking tours, fly fishing trips, and shuttles. We're located in Abingdon, Virginia near the Appalachian Trail. If you are only looking for an afternoon hike to see wild horses or a full multi-night trip, we have what you need and know where you want to be. We are currently booking adventures in southwestern Virginia and northeast Tennessee. For more information, visit whiteblazeoutdoors.com or call 276-356-7068.
And we're back. Wrap it up. Ooh. Segment thrice.
Giraffes.
Segment giraffe. This segment's brought to you by giraffes. Buy yourself one. While you're at it, speaking of long neck people that you can see on race cars, I don't know.
Mr. Excitement.
Mr. Excitement is stretch his neck out for you to get across the finish line in his Kmart or his McDonald's cars back in the day. He never had long enough a neck, but boy, did he try. But you can reenact everything and act like it was your idea. You can put the car in the hauler, drive it to the track. Your 164th Jimmy Spencer can win the race. And then 2 164th billboards with pictures of him autographed in a giant marker. Woo! Then, just to top it all off and confuse the child that you let play with this after they bug you, there's a Shrek card in it. Have no idea why Kmart said we got to have a Shrek card in it. Maybe Kmart. Maybe this is it. Maybe this is why Kmart's not in business. They knew they sucked. And they're like, kids ain't going to buy anything that says Kmart on it. Just put a Shrek card in it. I don't blame them, honestly. I don't know. Let's take a look at some cars. Let's go up big bowling. They always normally go bowling at the Glen, you know, because they sponsor that. Who is bowling exactly? The bowling league?
Craig Bowling, you know him.
Craig Bowling, right?
Yeah.
Who? I always wonder. It's like cheese. Like, really? Just everybody got together on cheese? Bowling. It worked out that well? Okay. I like the scheme a lot.
I like this a lot. It's just something different than bacon, number one. Number two, I actually like this game.
Me too. Look at that ball hitting that pin. That's awesome.
He's going to go bowling, man.
Look, I'm just asking for some pictures. Look at that. That is cool.
Yeah.
Beat energy.
I think maybe he just bowls right through.
Very good die cast on that. Gotta get
big
that.
die cast energy.
I like the colors. This is definitely better than their old bowling schemes, too. They were always white and kind of, or sometimes red, but winner right here. Good job.
This might be my favorite paint scheme of the week.
Ooh. Yeah. Listen, I can see it. I like the comic stuff.
Oh, there's another really
strong one again.
This is a strong one.
This is in my, for the year, best boy. Look at him. I can't. Oh, is it Pettit? It's a good car. I'm not very good at this. If you haven't noticed, I don't know if you guys have been watching this podcast, but this is episode 5, and this is really technically the 5th way we've made this podcast.
Yeah.
Every week we have made it different. We wanted to get it all out in the start. We think we settled on something this week, and hopefully the quality looks much better and things are going better this week. So hopefully for the future, we got it a little more figured out, hopefully. But we went through some growing pains very quickly.
Yeah, but
I'm the boss.
That's right. So you want to look at this more or you want to see something else?
I like this, but let's look at something else.
Okay, sounds fair.
This guy just wrecked again.
Man, we were way off about him at the start of the year.
I know we were like, hey, John Woodninger, it's going to be in the top 10 of the points at the end of the year. He's going to win 3 races.
In our personal pool that we're in, I have him going to the top 8. So right now, my bracket's all busted up. I mean, I got some points right now, but I'm going to pay later for sure.
Man, I don't know what's going on because at the end of the year, dude was about to win Homestead. I mean, it's not the car. It's not like the difference in the car driving from Xfinity.
You think maybe it's just a lot more pressure on himself because he knows he's running for points this year?
Either that or he's just – I mean, a couple of times he has just been kind of just booted out of the way by someone else.
That's true.
Junk, but
That's true.
Gotta learn how to get up away from that kind of stuff.
Yeah, top 20. I mean, he finished 18th. Top 20, you don't usually like. Okay, but I guess take it for what he's had for other stuff. You know. Oh, the Not King car's back
again.
Jimmy 7-time ownership.
You're the boss, Jimmy. I'm the boss.
Yeah, we know, Jimmy. You're the boss.
Yeah.
Jimmy got to approve everything. Listen, new information that I'm going to wait and hit you with when we get to the 42 car. Okay.
All right.
But again, this week, keeping this in mind, Allegiant who the man who runs Allegiant Airlines, owns Allegiant Airlines basically, or maybe does. I don't know if it's how their business structure is. Anyway, the point is sponsoring this car weekly. And as we've talked about before, usually when the guy who owns the car is paying the bill, which there's no problem with, it takes rich people to own professional sports teams. That's just the way it is. No poor people do that. They have to flip the bill, but they try to get sponsors the most usually they can to offset some of their cost. His own company is doing this. Normally in most NASCAR situations throughout all of history, every time this is going on, you're thinking, okay, they're having a problem finding somebody to put their logos on this car and pay them money. And so right now, this car for the whole season so far has been either the Allegiant, which I'm saying is basically not sponsored, and the rock band Guns N' Roses.
Guns N' Roses, yeah.
It's the only sponsorship they've had for perhaps arguably the most famous number in all of NASCAR. It's a bad sign for the company. Maybe this is why Jimmy's brought in.
Yeah.
Maybe this guy wants out. He's like, listen, I'll sponsor and keep it afloat. You just take it over from me because I can't find the money to keep it going. I don't want to lose everything. I don't know.
That's possible, yeah.
I'm just throwing it out there because I know he's paying the bills. They're back. And last week we were talking about this, and we thought it was something to do with the streaming service because we didn't bother to look it up.
Certified clean.
Yeah, this is all about like
sounds like medicine for guys who have trouble peeing.
It does. Probably a good EnviroMedX.
EnviroStream.
At GMC. The top building stream pusher. GNC. Get the men's health. Yeah. You know what, though? That's got some of it's not big die cast, but it's got its own kind of BDE, I suppose you'd say.
Yeah, helps you pee.
Absolutely.
Beat energy.
So, again, Corey, listen, I heard a lot of people talking on the radio this week. Why don't they put LaJoy in the 9 car?
In the 9 car, I heard that, yeah.
Which sounds great for that 3 or 4 races he'd get to drive it, right? But if he don't put up during that time, you know, it looks bad.
And I heard another angle. I was listening to Dale Jr. actually talk about how that, if that was to happen, and then that Spire has put so much more dollars and effort into the 7 car this year that they're really trying to build the 7 car. If Corey gets out of it, runs a 9 for a few weeks, then that's going to kind of set them back.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, I mean, I don't know. I don't foresee that happening.
I don't either.
I don't know. I think Josh Berry will probably get another call.
I think the decision's been made. My understanding, could be wrong. Josh Berry's going to do all ovals, and a guy from the WeatherTech Sports Car Series is going to drive the road courses. Road course. He's a big NASCAR fan himself. Takes a lot of pictures. You know, walking around wearing a old Rainbow Warrior jacket with a mustache. You know, stuff like that. He's a cool guy. So they're going to put him in for it. Maybe this gets him some attention or something. I think I also saw right before we decided to film tonight, which is of Wednesday, that 91 is going to run at COTA also. So Trackhouse going to have 3 in there. Oh, new scheme for the 17. Listen, just the way it's cut out, maybe it doesn't look that great, but I'm telling you, I was kind of digging this. Maybe this is a bad lighting on this release. I saw one photo that was a close-up of the door, and that is reflective lime green. And I was like, oh, that is sexy, baby.
Beat energy.
And just for the door, I'll give it to them. This is some company, like you get online, and certain teams, when you buy their stuff or go to stuff, you earn points and you can get experiences. And so it's like 2 NBA teams and Major League Soccer team and RFK. I think. And so they're in on it. So you can sign up and earn RFK points to hang out and mow Brad Keselowski's yard or something. I don't know.
I wouldn't do that.
No, I don't think it's worth the investment.
I'm not really a fan of this. Sorry.
Yeah, I see it. You might, like I said, this looks a little dulled, though. It might look better this weekend on the track. But that door's hot. It's hot. It's hot. Here's Jesus Jr. coming back at you this week. He's got the Monster Traditional going, which makes a lot of good sense. Why, if you're going to have 47 Monster cars, mix them up a little bit. That's what I always say. He is not performing, I think, like he thought he would. I think he thought he would do like he did in Xfinity and start pulling some top fives.
Yeah.
And we're not seeing it. But we're not really Truex and the 20. Bubba had a good run this past week, but other than Truex and the 20, is anybody in Toyota at the moment really cooking? I don't know.
No.
Yeah. So
Truex, he won the Clash, but then after that, he's kind of been.
He's led some laps though.
Yeah.
He was up front. Well, he stayed out and caused that whole mess.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So.
Didn't take tires. But.
Right. Yeah. So there's not really. But he was up front to get in that position, so I'll give him that. 54. 54 could still win this year, but I don't know. I'm not holding my breath right now.
Yeah, 6 months from now, he might be a different story.
Absolutely. I think Toyota needs work as a whole.
United Rentals.
Here's another guy we were like, oh, yeah, big money energy coming at you. And not getting the finishes we foresaw coming. He would.
Not yet.
23rd, though. That's better than where he's been, I guess. So he'll take it. This race is sponsored by United Rentals. He's driving the United Rentals. I think there's an X car driving United Rentals. It's all United Rentals all weekend. So we had all Pennzoil hardcore last week. Go rent your Pennzoil at the United Rentals, I guess. What do you think about this car? Very basic to me.
Very basic.
It's the most. It's like we told an AI, make me the most traditional NASCAR scheme you can come up with, and he's like, gotcha. I'm not going to give it no love. But orange and white, I love. Don't get me wrong. But what in the freak do they do over there that they keep thinking that they have to push everything down almost onto the nose for a hood decal over there? Like, I know the vents are there, but everybody else is able to put their logos and words on there with the vents on there. Why does Ricky keep doing this? It seems weird and strange to me. Every time I see a car where he's pushed the name down, I'm like, why are you doing this? It upsets me. This car's ugly also, even though it's orange and white. It was just like no thought went into it. Okay.
I want to eat that bagel with cream cheese or whatever that is.
We got Sterling Marlin's 98 Bush car out here. Still painted. We're just going to write Thomas on it and put a bagel on the door. We already got the T's left over from the UT paint scheme.
At least Ricky's had like something different every week this year.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, that's true. Bagels or
But this is not. This is kind of just bleh.
Yeah. Ricky's headed more towards his normal
finishing
season.
After that walk off.
Right. Here's the big love, man.
Truck stop. I got a truck stop girlfriend one time. Not really, but
I'm not familiar with that song. What is that a new one? Original. It's copyrighted now. It's on the internet. That's you.
It's back in the 70s.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I just made that up.
It was pretty good.
That's
why I thought it was real. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Loves. I tell you what, I almost bought the side of his Daytona 500 Loves car last night. I really did. I came so close, dude. I was like, oh man. And like it was the whole thing from the number all the way back through the word Loves.
Sick.
And I was like, we take down these things here. That sucker could hang right back here. That'd be awesome. And then I thought about it for too many minutes, and somebody grabbed it. So.
Oh, snap.
So I think it's a cool paint scheme. I did see this, though. The main man who started Loves, I think his name was Tom Love, they said, passed away yesterday, I believe. Really? So the Loves man sponsor died, so that's a bad thing. I'll tell you what, it's a perfect time. Let's just take a break, moment of silence.
In remembrance of the Loves man.
Love for Tom Love. Peace up, baby.
White Blaze Outdoor provides educational hiking tours, fly fishing trips, and shuttles. We're located in Abingdon, Virginia near the Appalachian Trail. If you are only looking for an afternoon hike to see wild horses or a full multi-night trip, we have what you need and know where you want to be. We are currently booking adventures in southwestern Virginia and northeast Tennessee. For more information, visit whiteblazeoutdoors.com or call 276-356-7068.
And we're back again with a car still on the screen. That's okay. I just bragged about how we figured out all this technology, and then I didn't hit the button right. That's okay, baby. I just wanted you to see it again. I just want to share the love. Keep it going, okay?
The loves.
Ooh, you know what would be really lovely, though, is if you got some free Jimmy Spencer autographed merchandise.
Who wants some free stuff?
Oh, yes. 3 Jimmy Spencer autographs. All you got to do is tell us in the comments who's going to win Phoenix spring 2023 race and name it right. If we get more than one, we will do a random draw amongst those people and contact a comment. If you get a comment or a message from somebody that says it's us, don't believe them. Make sure it's us. Check the name. A lot of people, listen, I teach cybersecurity, and I can tell you, you can wind up giving your personal information out to people through things like that. So it's something to keep a mind on, and make sure that the name it comes from is the same people. Okay, enough helpful old man talk. Let's go back to race cars. Coming in, the 21's running the decks again, which, again, I say is a better laid out on this car than the traditional Ford scheme.
Yeah, it fits very well. The I don't know what I'm trying to say. It just fits.
I like that the 21's filled in with red also. I think that's cool. I like these colored numbers. I'm not going to be like, oh, my God, I'm in love with it, but pretty good.
The best Harrison Burton scheme of the year.
Best you can pull off, Harrison.
Come on, man.
Get it together. It's ridiculous.
Take a picture.
Ooh, MGM, I'm going to switch over to the 3-car for March Madness this week. Austin Dillon got any shot of getting the big bet win, you think?
No, I feel like this P20 something, whatever he finishes, is more like a good Austin Dillon finish.
Yeah.
Typical one. Then he'll throw in some top 10s every now and then.
Right.
Still a rain shortened or rain crazy race at Daytona.
Yeah, there you go. So I mean, I don't see Phoenix being his home, but we've been getting proved wrong on several things this year. So
we have.
Show up and surprise us, man.
Come on, GS1.
Pull it out, baby. Here's the other tractor. Just an absolute crap year. We talked about him earlier, about the Bristol.
It's Bristol, baby.
And by the way, we're coming from Bristol. Please,
we are.
Come to Bristol. Bring us your money. We need your money in our city. Please bring it.
Yeah.
So back to this. He's been doing terrible this year. I mean, not just terrible, god awful. 28th. He's got on a one, but list all of SHR except for Harvick is not doing that awesome. He should be, in my opinion, this should be their strongest car. He's the guy the only guy they have the future banked on right now. Right? I mean, Harvick's gone soon. Almirola already tried to leave.
And they kicked out
kicked Cole Custer out.
Man.
Who else is going to step up to be in one of these cars? I mean, I don't even know. I know Riley Herbst has had some good finishes apparently in Xfinity since we talked trash about him this year. But I do not think he's ready for a Cup car. I don't even know if these Cup cars are ready. Like, SHR, other than Harvick, though, is not putting up good finishes. It's worrisome, very worrisome.
They didn't do too hot last year either, so.
They didn't. Harvick got a couple wins and stuff.
Chase got a win, and should have had a win at the Indy Road course, except he got in just a fight with Danny Hamlin. So.
Right, and Bristol. That's why I'm saying this guy right here is the future of the whole team. He should be performing right now if something's going to happen.
Yeah.
So. Worrisome. But, Josh Berry, first time ever, we said, in this Cup car. Any kind of Cup car.
And the first time this year we've had a different look at this 9 car.
Yeah. He wound up 29th, but that wasn't because of Berry. They also had a mechanical issue.
Yeah.
So he's going to drive all the ovals. They're going to put a road racing expert in, like back in the old days, like they used to do.
Boris said, bring him in.
Boris never did get those wins, but they kept bringing him. Kelly Blue Book car, it looked pretty much like this last year, didn't it?
Yeah, pretty similar.
It's a weird
it's
off
simple.
blue. And it is simple, you're right. I'm not going to complain about the layout. I complained about it one earlier. I do like that the ribbon's there, and then they put something over the thing other than like the 20 where they didn't bother to write anything there and just wasted the space everybody complained that they didn't have for years. I like the big ribbon because it's Kelly Blue Book blue ribbon on the hood. I think that's a good logo, but the base baby blue is so strange to me.
Yeah, I
can't get behind it.
I do like this car better though than like some of those UniFirst. I don't.
Yeah,
I like.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just didn't care for them too much.
Scheme. Yeah, it's a weird scheme. What do you think Barry does second week in the car? Can he pull off something? Short track too.
Yeah, I think if Barry gets a handle on driving the car, I think he gets a top 20 this week, maybe a 15th.
Yeah,
something around there.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Dale Jr. said Cup teams are in talks with Josh Berry for next year. So Josh Berry being in this car could really help him or really hurt him.
It's a killer opportunity for him.
Right. And I'm trying to think, okay, who's a Cup team Josh Berry's talking to that would be interested in needing him to come in, and that Dale Jr. is telling this guy he's really close to and all about and that he's really helping, yeah, that's a good opportunity for you, because I don't feel like Dale Jr. is going to be like 77 car, yeah, you ought to take it. So I'm like, hear me out now. This is a random string, okay? The 19 possibly? Truex doesn't come back. Josh Berry's already got Bass Pro running full him this year. Bass Pro runs on the 19. It'd be an easy step over.
That would be a easy sponsor transition.
Right.
That's I don't know.
I don't know. And I'm trying to think. I mean, I don't think Josh Berry, especially as much talent as he has, and being around the advisors he has, he's going to go to somewhere subpar.
Yeah.
I just don't. I don't think he's going to wind up in front row.
I would just stay at Junior Motorsports
right,
another year.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'd just stay there, period, and try to win championships.
Yeah.
Rather than go to ride around the park. Sunseeker 42 is back
Again.
I have found out what Sunseeker is.
What is it?
Sunseeker, my friend, is a brand new resort opened up in Florida.
We were terribly wrong. We kept saying it's got to be in Vegas or something.
Guess who owns Sunseeker? The Allegiant Group.
Oh.
This car, just like the 43, has only had one sponsor the entire year.
Except for the ownership sponsor.
Right. So, right? I mean, he's run Sunseeker and Wendy's. Is that it? Was there one other car? I think that was it.
Nope, that's it.
So,
do you think these guys are making bank like Rick is on HendrickCars.com?
I don't think so. Allegiant maybe is going to see a boost in sales this Sunseeker thing. It's one resort. I mean, maybe you see people looking at it. Sure, I'm sure they're going to see an uptick, but is it enough that you're like, yeah, I'm definitely sponsored? Rick's got a 33% sales increase. I don't know if a holiday vacation place is pulling that off. Everybody's buying cars. I'm just saying, the guy from Allegiant is flipping a lot of money right now. So he definitely needs somebody. And again, when we get back to...
You're the boss, Jimmy. I'm the boss.
There's a reason maybe Richard was told, listen, Jimmy's taking over because we have no sponsors this year other than a one-race deal with Wendy's so far and the rock band Guns N' Roses, which is not a sponsor that seems like it's going to come back for a full season or anything to me. So... Legacy,
maybe
Jimmy maybe has to save it. It may have been doomed if Jimmy didn't show up with it. So let's see what happens. That's a story to keep look on.
I'm better. You? Am better.
And butter.
Yeah.
It's like
it's butter in the morning.
Wish it was butter. What is it called?
I can't believe
it's not butter. There's some generic ones like, oh, I bet you won't think it's butter. You know, like some knockoffs of that. Well. We got some weirdness here, okay? Todd Gilliland ran this car last week. This is supposed to be Todd Gilliland's car, but Todd Gilliland's known for
being a bunch of cars going around in circles.
Going around in circles a lot. Because, like, with this last week, he finished 31st out of 36 cars. That's not very good, Todd. 3 laps down, Todd. Not good. So, Todd, there was a big opportunity we talked about where this hospital company wanted to step up for Zane Smith. So they said, Todd, you suck. We're going to put Zane in your car.
We're putting him in.
He's better. And so Todd's like, I take offense to that. I want to run the whole season. Obviously, I get it, Todd. I don't blame you. So Ford made a deal. Ford seems, I'll come to that later. Ford got Todd placed in the 15 Rick Ware car for this week. This car this week, the 38, is being driven by Zane Smith. This is one of those weeks. So Todd is stepping over to the 15, which has finished worse last week than Todd did in the 38. But then there's been an announcement now that Front Row will now field a third car for Todd. The other races. They're not going to give him his own car back. He still can't drive the 38 those races. So he has to drive the 36. Now, to me, at Front Row, this just sounds like you're making up stuff as you go and you don't have your crap together.
Exactly.
Why not let Todd drive his own car and the other guy drive the third car? And the same sponsor. I mean, this is stupid. And the other guy, Zane Smith, drove the 36 in Daytona, so it's just like flip, flop, flip. Why? This is ignorant. Maybe this is why front row's having the problems they're having. Like, you need to plan a little bit better, guys.
They've been taking too many of them Rick Ware racing drugs. They don't know what they're doing. They can't think straight.
I mean, I really want to pull for front row motorsports, and I want their guys always to do good.
Yeah.
They always have this underdog mentality, you know? But, guys, come on. Think a few weeks ahead.
That's pretty nuts.
Come on. And the paint scheme, we didn't even get to that.
That's
ugly.
Ugly. As is this one.
As is this one. 78's had some hot paint schemes this year.
Yeah, this one
sucks. Worse than this may, like, I'm thinking of everything he had last year. Like, this is crap. This is absolute crap. It's like I don't know. It's like something your boomer uncle that only has 6 friends on Facebook. It's like a meme he posts. Out over Superior Logistics, I tell you what, they get it done right.
Mm-hmm.
You tell them I told you to come by.
Mm-hmm.
That's a little too much like the gospel guy around our local area. You go get your earplugs over or whatever he says. Local people. You know what I'm talking about? The guy with the hat, the cowboy hat, man.
Oh, that walks around the guitar?
No, he's on that local TV channel we have here in Bristol. Y'all come into Bristol. If you're out at the racetrack flipping through the satellite channels, you'll pick this one up. Bob. He picks a banjo.
I don't even have a TV in my house. So
we know a guy who used to work for him, though. He was crazy. All right, so this car sucks. 32nd finish. He beat 4 people. This week, the paint sucks. Not good, 78. You had a good paint scheme last week. No. 15 car. So now here's
Todd Gilliland.
Todd Gilliland. Now, the position that it got last week, 33rd, was drove by J.J. Yaley, driving the same paint scheme.
Mm-hmm.
But so Todd gets to go over to the OTR. Is that what it is? Is that what we decided it said? I don't know. Another
snowflake.
I don't know.
Blue.
It's not that bad a scheme. I've seen worse schemes.
Yeah, that's kind of it's not.
You know,
for Rick Ware, this is their best of the year.
Yeah, for Rick Ware, it's awesome. Absolutely.
They don't have chimpanzees making stuff in paint anymore.
It seems to be, to me, now hear me out here, and I know this happens to a certain degree in certain situations, or did last year, let's put it this way, but it seems to be what's playing out this year. The 15 car seems to be this thing Ford kind of controls as a company and says, we're putting funding there. We'll pick out who drives the 15 car every week, and if we need to stick somebody somewhere, that's where we'll move them like our developmental car. And if we don't have anybody, you can let J.J. Yaley drive it, I guess. That seems to be what's going on with this. Not that bad a car. Not hot, but not that bad. We just got a couple more. Let's go through them and finish this out. The big man.
Ty Dillon.
Ty Dillon.
Ty Dillon. Ty Dillon. Ty Dillon.
Ty Dillon. Ty Dillon.
Ty Dillon.
Double round today. Ty Dillon. New sponsor. Martha.
Mutus.
Is that how you?
Mutus.
Mutus. Here's what I think happened. They wanted to act like they had a sponsor just to keep interest in, not to look bad. And
they
they
just wrote
hit
letters.
The keyboard.
Markle. Yeah, Mike Mutus.
It's not that bad a scheme. The back of it has more of that rainbow color, and it's kind of a different thing. It kind of looks like a paint company scheme to me, though.
This has slight remembrances of the peak Kyle Petty colors.
Yes, it does. Yeah, I can see that. I get that. Kyle Petty, we're trying to work his way back into everything.
Chip Ganassi Racing.
Yeah, that was a hot car.
Yeah, this one's not.
This not as hot, no. It reminds me of something that's been run before in the past, a lower team. Maybe it's just the blue and the white. I can't remember, but it reminds me of something from a few years ago. 34th for Ty. That's pretty bad. That's
average.
You know how many points Ty has as of right now in the standings?
Probably like 7.
He has 10 points.
10, okay.
In the point standings, let me look. Do we have paper down here with point? Yes. Jimmy Johnson only ran the Daytona 500. Yeah. He has 10 points also.
Yeah.
Ty has ran every race and has 10 points. He's in 35th place in the points, 36 charters. And the 15 that we just saw is the only charter he's beat. Well, only driver he's beaten, J.J. Yeley, but he doesn't drive all the races. So Ty is not. Listen, we talked about this. Is it the worst car in NASCAR? I think it is.
I mean,
I can't help you if one race to 4, you got the same amount of points. I'm sorry.
The car that Floyd Mayweather was sponsoring and was broken in the dual race is still beating this car.
It's pretty bad. I don't want to accuse Spire of anything, but that talk of the you heard it too.
Yeah.
The 7 car has a lot more behind it this year. They didn't say the Spires. Maybe they are just like, you'll get sponsors, Ty, but all the money goes to the 7. The 7 gets everything we got. Maybe.
I think so.
51 though, he beat him next to last.
It's Cody Ware in the 51. Look out on pit road.
Bowhaven.
Again. Terrible.
Again.
Cody Ware.
Cody Ware, the only full-time driver for Rick Ware Racing.
Terrible.
Because, his dad owns it, so technically he does. But Cody, I'm going to give Cody props right here. Cody, in the points, is better than the 45 car out of 2311. Tyler Reddick is behind Cody Ware in the points. And the 14 car. Cody Ware is beating the 14 Stuart Haas head main flagship car in the points.
Wow.
And also their 41 car is losing to Cody Ware. Half of their team. Also, the 42 is losing to Cody Ware right now in points. Noah Gregson is not showing up like we thought.
No.
He's had some bad goes.
Yeah.
So you have got to give Cody some props. He's beating some major teams right now.
Yeah.
So even though they haven't got the funding, even though he's got some bad tools, he's doing something. You got to give him something. He's finishing races, and that counts out. Let's go to your last place man, last car.
Last place.
Last place. Joey Tomato.
Good for him.
Last year's champion. You said you had a feeling he was maybe going to get a win last week. He was the first one out. He tried to get out of that track. He tried to jump out of it.
Yeah.
He got airborne.
He did get airborne.
Landed it, though. Kept racing. Not bad. Definitely not a good finish. He's going to run the same old shell scheme again. Phoenix, though, I got to think he bounces back all the Penske cars.
Yeah.
Who's your pick to win this week?
Pick to win this week. You know what? I'm going to go with Alex Bowman.
Oh, my God, because I was going to say the exact same thing. So count on the big 48 to go to Victory Lane.
I ain't going to Disney World either.
He's going to go to Disney World. He's from Arizona. That's his home track. That's it, baby. He's going to win that one. Listen, folks, we love you. We're giving away Jimmy Spencer autographed cards. All you got to do is tell us who's winning down in the comments, and you can win it. Please take it so we can give you something else. I got the next thing picked out. You're going to love it. It's going to blow your mind.
Yeah.
Come back and see us next week. Come and see us at the races. We're going to be there shooting. We're going to interview people. Get on the show, baby. We're going to rock this town.
Have you ever
been on a TV show on the internet? You can be. It's really a lot easier than you would think. All right, let's go out with Kenny Wallace.
Wrap it up.
Okay, Kenny.
wrap it up?